So I watched the debates the other night, and honestly, I was kind of upset by how it turned out. I want Trump to win. Do I love everything he's about? Do I love everything he's ever said? No, but I do believe that that he really needs to get into office, or else we're gonna have serious, serious problems in this country. We already do, but it's just gonna get way, way worse, in my opinion. And it was pretty upsetting how everything turned out. I think that she over-delivered what was expected of her, even though the bar was set pretty low. And he under-delivered, unfortunately, if I'm being honest about this. Now, that being said, if you look at actually what they're saying side by side, the policies and the ideas that they both like are about, or say that they're about, if you're being honest about things, you'll realize that like Trump's vision for America is far superior, far more sane than Kamala's and the Democrats, if you look at these things side by side. But the optics of the debate were such that she had an edge. Now, you could say it's the moderator's fault. I think that is partially the case. I think that they were definitely biased. They certainly went and, quote, fact-checked him. I mean, way, way more than they did to her. I don't even know if they did it to her at all. So there was that. But overall, I think that he will get heated and kind of ramble more than he should, and he should probably keep his cool. And I also think that they baited him, and he took the bait. One instance in particular was when she went off about him in regards to his events and having people who go to the events like end up like leaving early or whatever. I don't know if that's true or not. It was almost like the method that she was using to do that, like the psychology behind it, was pretty spot on. And he just took the bait. And then he goes on about, you know, how, whatever he said, that people love his events and they don't leave or whatever it was. But it was really a tactic for them to just burn up time and have him, you know, not say really effective, constructive things. Things like, why did you take away DNA testing at the border? Which has caused tremendous amounts of kids to go missing or go into homes that are with people that aren't actually like related to them, and basically putting them in horribly dangerous situations. Like, why didn't he ask that? Why didn't he really press about how basically they threw Biden under the bus and it was like a quiet coup in a sense, and how if he's so bad, then why don't they do the 25th Amendment on him, and who's really running the government? Like, he barely touched on that stuff. But they'll sucker him and basically get him to where they'll say things that'll get under his skin, but it's silly. It's like, it's stuff that, like, I mean, a child would realize it's just a tactic. And I don't understand why, like, I mean, he's a grown man, and he's the type of guy who, like, yeah, he doesn't like to be messed with like that, and nobody does. But you have to understand and just realize at a certain point, like, it's just a tactic they're using. Just skip over that and use like the real argument. Stop getting into getting bogged down in the muck with nonsense. And so it was disappointing like that, because there's so many things that can be said against Kamala and the Democrats. It's like freaking shooting fish in a barrel. Like, it's obnoxiously easy. And I just feel like, I don't know, maybe he thought that, maybe he really thought that, you know, what everybody's been saying about how she like can't talk and she's this and she's that. And so he just didn't really prepare as much as he should. I don't really know. Like, I'm not saying this was like a total blowout win for her. I'm not saying that. But it was certainly not a win for him. You know, it wasn't like the Trump-Biden debate, obviously. Okay. But it also wasn't, you know, the best debate, the best night for Trump, for sure. And so it kind of put a little dent in his momentum, unfortunately. But still have some time. Hopefully he can get that back. I certainly hope he does. Because this country is just in such dire straits right now, and we need something to change. I don't really understand, honestly, how people don't see through the left's nonsense and the things that they push all day long, and how, like, the country is in just a terrible state of affairs, and how they can believe and go for anything that they're presenting at this point. But a lot of people do, evidently. So, hopefully, God willing, we can turn this thing around, because this country definitely needs some help. So, take care.